The coracobrachial muscle is right here. It's on the lateral side, and it inserts on the proximal end of the humerus, and so it's more proximal than the biceps brachii muscle, which is here. So that's coracobrachial muscle. And then the aconius muscle is on the medial side, underneath the lateral head of the triceps. It's right here. And it continues on
that again.
Right here. It continues, it's right here, and it continues more onto the antebrachium. And it's the one that's boomerang shaped. You can't actually see the shape right now because all the fascia and everything's still here, but that right there is the aconius muscle. And then whenever you're looking at the hypaxial muscles, again you have the rectus abdominis here, external oblique, and then the muscle that is right here is the rectus thoracis muscle, right here. And then here you have the scalenus muscle, and it's harder to tell, but it's actually more fan-shaped. It continues right here, so this is the one medial part, a middle part, and then a little bit lateral part of it there, the scalenus. So make sure you know that all those parts are there. Again, rectus thoracis. And then the serratus dorsalis, they're dorsal. So they're here. It's harder to see because some of this connective tissue is still on, but the serratus dorsalis, and again, the serratus ventralis are here, and then you can also see them here. And then the external intercostal muscles are here. And don't confuse them with, again, the serratus dorsalis muscles, which are there. And then the spinocostotransversal fascia is actually the fascia that's underneath the serratus dorsalis. I cut most of mine off, so it's just the fascia that's in the spinocostotransversal area, that fascia. And then the multifidi muscles, I'll most likely ask them in the caudal region. But for the cranial region, if you lift up this muscle here, which is the spinalis muscle, you can kind of see the multifidi muscles again underneath, and they're just kind of in between the vertebrae on the spinous processes, and they run at an angle. And then the erector spinae muscle, it continues from the caudal region and splits into 3 different muscles. So you could see the 3 here. The ones that are more closer to the spines are the spinous processes of the vertebrae is the spinalis, and then the longissimus. And the longissimus muscle has 2 different parts. I'll go over those in a second. And then the iliocostal muscle is here. In order to see the iliocostal, I had to reflect the serratus dorsalis. So those were reflected, and also the iliocostal has a lot of this like connective tissue in it, so it's really distinguishable. And again, the longissimus is longer than the other one, so that's where it got its name. And then the muscle that is right here is the spinalis muscle, and so it's cranial to the splenius muscle, and then this is spinalis, so the splenius muscle is cranial to the spinalis muscle. And whenever you reflect that muscle, you see the semispinalis cervicis et capitis. There's 2 different groups, but they're harder to distinguish which one is which, so that's one term you'll need to add to your list because I didn't add it. So semispinalis cervicis et capitis is the muscles that are underneath the splenius muscle. And then, like I said, the longissimus portion of the rectus spinae has 2 different parts. So when it's the region from here to here is the longissimus dorsi, and then after you've reflected the splenius, the portion that's more cranial is the longissimus capitis, and all of these are the epaxial muscles of the cat here. And that's it for those.